in Castleford, 54-6.
Nice to see Thomas Bartow back onto the football field as well. After copping plenty of treatment in the first half. Resume in the second.
Tony Gigot on screen. So underway the second half. 6-all score, good kick-off, finds the grass, could have been, almost take it in. And Gigot came up with it. But they went very close to claiming. I think it might have been Tafua who got up there going for the ball. It just shows you the wind, just holding it up, and comes down in a position where France did not have covered. And one they wouldn't rehearse. They don't rehearse catching kick-offs 20 metres out from their own line. It's either a short kick-off or it's one in goal. Ball with Muniz. He's going to have bruises all over his body, and indeed a cut on the head as well after tonight. Gregory Muniz came up with a return of 40 tackles and 13 hit-ups against Papua New Guinea. As here we go, we've got a penalty to the France side. Gets the second half underway and will give them an early chance to attack inside the Samoan half.
Gigot getting himself out of dummy half. Somewhat of a headlock there. Yeah. Player's not square.
That's what it was, exactly what it was. It was a headlock and nothing but a headlock from Tafua. Here come the French. Larouayer 20 away from this Samoan line and carted back a metre or two. And then, well, Ben Roberts has decided to come in and just throw Jean-Philippe Bale out of the way. Just hurled him off to the side.
Simon hits one towards the middle.
15 away from the line. France and ducking it again. Gigot is there. There's no lamb about him. He's having a dig with Simon and Bosque. Throws it back, Green Shields, and Bale has tackled well, and it's almost a try saver really from Lafai there for Samoa. Green Shields, long ball, Bosque to centre field. Simon is with it. Simonez, he's been stripped of the ball. Play on as the call from Perinara. Milford decides to keep it alive for Soliola. Then out through Leilua. And Samoa worked their way out of trouble. So referee Perinara was right there and he ruled that the ball was lost, not stripped. Let off for Samoa. At the very least, if France get to the end of the set, get a set of 6, that would have been what they were hoping for. Mossy Masoi, and Masoi has gone through. His big 4XL shorts almost come off. 25 metres from the line, Samoa with the ball, and Roberts is there. He had Lafai, doesn't give the pass. He had Lafai there, and then Wittgenstein outside of him. I think they score in the corner. Back to centre field, Milford. Well, Moy in that tackle. What happened there? He's lost the number. He's had the number ripped off his back. Will turn the jumper inside out. The ball with Armau. Armau is almost there, but held in the tackle of Ragan. And with Milford, gets a kick through. Escar has it covered up. Little Morgan Escar. He gets the crowd up, doesn't he? He excites them. There's a bit of, if you follow the NRL, there's a bit of Matty Bowen about him, and Matty Bowen will be playing in the Super League next year with Wigan.
He sort of bounces around, doesn't he? Pretty frantic set of 6 from Samoa, shifting it to the right and then coming back to the left. Little kick from Roberts, or Milford it was. Started with a big run from Mossy Masoi. Twisting and turning, and does really well to pick up Godinay. Had plenty of time, nearly had his shorts ripped off him.
So ball back centre field with Sebastian Ragan. 38 metres from their own line, the French at 6-all. And a brutal defence. Big hit after big hit right here tonight in Perpignan. And Boss, they don't tackle him late that time, short pass, but put down. It was a pressure ball, no question about it. And Larouayer hasn't had the best of nights with her hands, but I don't think he can be totally blamed for that one.
They've had some success going out the back on this block play tonight. And this time as they try and hit the front runner in Larouayer, couldn't quite squeeze himself through. Of course, it's the most difficult one to catch when you're catching the ball at the line.
Junior Moore's the man without the number on his back now. If you see the man just out there with a white back, don't quite know what happened with that. This scrum, half a metre inside the Samoan half. 4.5 minutes into the second period. There's Milford for Soliola. He's close to the best player out there tonight for mine. You see a Soliola as captain. This is a big night for him, and penalty goes the way of Samoa. Actually, Pulatua was one of the men who was meant to be captain, but he was ruled out before the tournament started. And then when the injuries came, he's now available at the back end of the tournament. And then Harrison Hansen became captain of the squad. And Soliola then steps up. So essentially he's third choice captain, but he's doing a wonderful job tonight.
He's really matured as a player. I see a Soliola from his time at the Roosters as well. Hard-working back row, hasn't changed, works both sides of the football field. It's a gem for any football team.
I'm out, 21 away, and Masoi is going to take on 2 and 3, and they rip in as hard as they can. Gigot got around the legs. Tafua, Roberts, this ball short on for Pulatua, and good tackle gets him to ground. And out of dummy half goes Godinay. Godinay gets away, gets himself out of trouble. Junior Moores is able to step and offload as well. Now Milford, dangerous from there, look out. Milford, too good. Too good. Anthony Milford, he is a young superstar of the National Rugby League. Anthony Milford, will-o'-the-wisp, scores the Samoan second try. And now we're going to have a French player called out too for giving a gobful for the referee. But watch this.
Godinay's a pretty creative sort of player, and when he steps away and gives the football out, he finds, well, this man is quite breathtaking, the footwork of Anthony Milford. Squeezes himself through more than 1 or 2 French defenders, just a couple of little holes, and then it steps to the left, opens up, shoots off his right, speed to burn. There was actually no space there. He had to create it. Boom, off he goes. Didn't even get a hand on him, did Mooney.
Yeah, what a talent he is, Anthony Milford. He's had some problems as far as which club he's going to play at next year. That'll be resolved, but this year for Canberra, 9 tries in 18 matches. Same time last year he was playing under 18s rugby league. And his progression has been fast-tracked, and he's good enough. If you're good enough, you're old enough.
He's hot property, isn't he? I mean, blasted his way through the NYC in the under-20s competition with Canberra. Stepped up to the void, played some fullback for Canberra this year. Started him off the bench actually, and then secured the fullback role. Couldn't do without him, such as a spark and entertaining running of a player like this. Reminds you of a young Ben Barber.
Milford kicking into the wonderful stand and that into the ground. It's got the bars and the fast food outlets at the top that you can basically go up there, watch the game from there. Milford scores the try.
You wonder if he is a fullback or whether the half position is going to be his call. You see him hunt up around the middle. You can't coach that. You can't coach what you just saw there on the screen, the way he moves, the footwork included in that dynamo.
Tell our viewers watching all around the world, you know, I look around this crowd as Samoa will bring it back. We'll watch this run back from Tafua as he gets stuck into that French defence. But, you know, you look around here, plenty of people, everyone has got some sort of rugby league merchandise with them, be it a French scarf or some Catalan Dragons gear. As Samoa now start to get on a roll, good offload from Godinay to Milford. But real rugby league supporters here in Perpignan.
Real pace in the set of 6 from Samoa.
Pulatua gets them 35 from the line. Masoi goes on another run, cut offload in that hit up. That's as well as they've handled him all night. They've still got tackles here. And Roberts left side, sometimes you just think he probably should have thrown it every time the last 3 times he's had the ball. 10 away from the line. Last tackle. Milford this time will show his kicking skills. It's pinpoint, but beautifully done. Is that my man Frederic Vacari? He'll come back to the 20, takes the quick tap. Go Freddie boy. He's back over the 30 for France. Well done.
That was him, all right. Did well to tidy it up in the end goal. Now quick play the ball.
And just to complete my merchandise story, you can buy an NRL jumper here for €40. You can buy it for less than half price what you'd pay in the Southern Hemisphere. I know it's a long flight, but geez, you can pick up a bargain.
Simon cops a high shot.
And slow to his feet, because Simon. And now with that green shields across field France want to be next to score. Knocked down by Samoa, by Ben Roberts. Play on for Escar. He decides to chip over the top. It's into open space, but it bounces forward to Milford. Now they've got troubles of their own. Milford will come back and ankle tap the two fullbacks. He's kept it alive. He was called to play it. Well, what about that? Milford and Escar, two brilliant young players.
When the chip went over, I thought it was big Mossy Masoi that was going to turn and chase. Did you see him? He puts his hands up, runs right into the back of Henry Perinara. Out of the road, Henry, he says, "You're blocking me."
Interesting one there. Escar chasing through, but it was always going to be a fraction too deep, and the bounce was a bad one for France. And then Milford, the alarm bell started to ring when he had a little bit of space there. Quick play the ball there by Vino. Oh, Moores has put it down cold, and Samoa. Unforced error there. That wasn't defensive pressure that caused that.
That is disappointing. Winterstein, who's been pretty quiet on the right wing for Samoa today, comes across and gets himself a nice little run right up through the middle of the football field to provide a little bit of speed and impetus. I'm going to say the last two sets of six from Samoa, Henry Perinara has called a couple of French defenders out of the line, which has created a little bit more speed.
Good refereeing by Perinara as well. He blew time off because Winterstein threw the ball downfield after the drop ball in disgust. Oh boy, where does it go to end? I hope it doesn't end. But I'm sitting off this way up on the stand. I'm fine.
What about poor Bartow? He just copped a hospital pass off his fellow centre and Bale. Don't pass me that. Didn't you see what happened in the first half?
This time with Casti, and they've turned it over. This time the French have done it, and now it's with Tony Pulatua. He's able to bump away from one. Samoa 40 metres away from the France line. This game in the balance, even though Samoa lead by 6. Matangi with some nice play right on the defensive line there.
Had a long spell on the bench to Suea Matangi.
Played by Moores, and now across with Torfua. You know, Matt Parrish has the luxury of 4 experienced forwards off the bench. He can get a lot of minutes out of them, and he's doing that tonight. Matangi's got the ball. For those in the Northern Hemisphere who wouldn't have seen him at the start of the year, I mean, just the improvement is staggering in Matangi. He's every bit a first-grade player now and playing international football now.
Tackle 4, get up, Ringley!
Pulatua to play it. Tackle number 4, 5 away, put through the kick from Godin. Escar's done it again. He's onto the ball, there's fullback. Escar almost got away. That was the last line of defence, 10 metres out from the line. Now a penalty.
Well, we thought Milford had some footwork on him, and he has. What about Escar? A lovely little kick through the line. Milford was chasing, hopefully, to pick up a try, and then a little step, a jink, spots a hole and goes. Leilua just with an arm grab to roll him over.
Only made his debut round 8 of Super League this year. This young fullback for France. What an exciting proposition he is.
Are we allowed to call him Escar goal?
Well, he's no snail. He's a bit quicker than that. Don't worry about that. Dupont on halfway. You call him that. I'm barring food. Oh, no, I won't bar food for the night. I've had a nice crepe at the ground. How good's that? Crepe and cream at the ground at a rugby league match. And then what they gave us in the media box. Dead set as Casti almost strides through. 35 metres away from the Samoan line. Here come the France. Little Pelissier is inside the 20, and then he's bent and almost snapped in half in the tackle. And still he wants to get up as quick as he can. He's a live wire. The hooker for France. Centerfield Batu doesn't find Bosk. They had it set out on that left side, just couldn't come up with a precise play. Last tackle, that takes out the big bomber with Bosk playing the ball. Batu right up to the line. Milford's across there. They've covered up with Vino. Vino wants to get back to the field of play. He takes on half of the French team. It'll be a line drop out to Samoa. And the contest gets back into full swing again.
That was a lovely little kick. I thought Milford was going to pick that up, but he ended up running just a nice little taxi or a block for Vito. Checks where the lines are, has a look, pushes one off, 2, says I can get out of here. And they say no you can't. Dragoon over the top.
Just came through a patchy few minutes for both teams where there were errors and not good, but then that gets it back on song. There's that line dropout from Roberts is a big result. Look at this. They're going to pick it up on their 40. And the Samoan defence, well, they almost get them inside their own half. And
into the breeze as well. Great kick from Roberts.
I think I saw the Three Stooges
No dummy
play
half.
there. They just grabbed the nose of the player who was playing it. Poor old Casti. 31 metres away from the line. France with the ball, trailing by 6 here in Perpignan. Quick hands is good. On for Bale. Jean-Philippe, oh, beautiful ball. Escar is covered up in the corner. The Samoan defence good, and then ragdolled there by Lafay. He reefed it away. You should start the tackle count again. And good tackle again there by Witterstein. France 10 metres away. Tackle number 4. Escar, high ball for Bosk. Then on for Casti. Wouldn't it be great if he could score a try tonight in his last game in France? Last tackle here for the French. Bosk is hammered. Got the kick in. Play on the call. Milford back for Samoa. Well done by the Samoans.
Fantastic work. Wasn't late either. Samoa asked to do some work now. I like the way they change themselves around. Greenshields and Escar, they swap a little bit from fullback and wing position.
Get up now, 16.
Give each other a bit of a breather.
That was good work, Samoa. Back-to-back sets. And really good defence because France were throwing plenty at them. Matt Parrish has gone down to the sideline. He just couldn't stand it anymore up here in the box. Well, not in the box, but beside where we're doing the commentary. As the kick downfield fielded by Greenshields, and Greenshields almost through the defence of Witterstein. Two North Queensland Cowboy players there matching up to each other on this side of the field. Witterstein and Greenshields. Bosk infield. Fakir runs into them. Jalmel Fakir in front on by Mataki. France with it and away. I love this guy. Pelissier with another 15-metre run.
He knows when to run off a quick play the ball.
Batu. Spin, 20 away. Well tackled, low down, Pulatua. Last tackle, penalty. Penalty for France.
Just extra efforts of speed to get up and play the football. Might have milked it just a fraction as well.
Please, come on.
Tony Pulatua.
When's the Cannes Film Festival? When's it on? It's not too far. It's on the other side, I know, but Batu's making a little cameo there. All right, Pelissier, start again. Bosk, centre field it comes. Garcia is on, and Garcia is tackled 15 from the Samoan line. Full set to work with here. 15 minutes into the second half. Bosk across field. Maybe they're going to try and find Vincent Dupont a little more. He was very good in patches against even the might of New Zealand, and he gets a chance as the Samoan defence again is solid. Got an A there. Good stuff, Samoa. They're having plenty thrown at them right now. France want to be next to score. They want to lock it up at 12-all to take them into the last quarter of the game. Bosk across, last tackle play. On it comes Jean-Philippe Bale. Jean-Philippe has got it down. What was it stripped off him? He's gone up. He thinks a try, Jean-Philippe Bale. It'll be video referee Shane Hayne to decide. But Samoa, they're celebrating that they've stopped it. Witterstein ripping at the ball. Philippe, we can't get you any closer than this, can we? What do you reckon? No try. I don't know. Shane Hayne.
Got a fair bounce on it. I thought the work over the top from Witterstein. Ball comes out there. Going to be unfortunate. The crowd, they'll come into it again, but they'll go off. He loses it. There.
Not quite sure whether you are getting the audio of Shane Hayne, the video referee. As the Samoan defence got across it, their goal line defence has been brilliant in this last 3 or 4 minutes. This is a genuine test match that you are watching tonight, or in the early hours of the morning in the Southern Hemisphere.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely no try.
Yeah.
Look at Jean-Philippe Bale. How good to that Cannes Festival. He's going to be competing with William Batu in the acting department. But it is no try. Oh, the crowd. They're stuck. They're stuck.
No try,
That
but
was
it's
great work.
You can't shift it over the line.
I love the way that some of the numbers have hopefully got the ball out the back.
Penalty to France because of that. He explained it to Soliola.
What are you doing?
but no penalty try. And then they put a touch finder in that dead set clocks the photographer on the sideline from 2 metres away. Another lovely World Cup moment. Larouayer with the ball, 5 from the line. If they do score here, wait till you hear the roar of the French crowd. Batou into centre field. Jamil Fakir is close. He's only 2 metres from the line. Have a go, Pellissier, he will. Oh, trying to dart over. Penalty again to France. This penalty count starting to mount. I mean, you talk about your repeated infringements. I know they're under pressure. But maybe the sin bin caution comes up after another one. And Batou has got them going again. Green Shields. Close to the line. Has offloaded. Jean-Philippe Bale again. He's had a couple of looks at the line. Just can't find the real estate there to set up house. And getting off the line quickly, maybe penalty. They flew out.
Leg trip as well.
Batou, that was the lock forward Sue. Now, hang on, they're going to say this. I think they're going to say trip here.
Yeah.
The sideline official has said this is a trip. You get sent off for tripping, you know. On report, it sounds like.
Yeah, Siasa Sue rushes up out of the line. Let's have a look here. Rushes up.
Oh, give him the benefit of the doubt, will you?
Yeah, half puts his foot out.
Well, if all the reported players tonight were to cop suspension, Samoa won't have enough
Well, he
players.
does lash out. There it is,
Yeah,
the left foot.
Look,
Siasa Sue.
it can be a send-off offence. Former Australian kangaroo tourist Johnny Gibbs, he was sent off. I'm going a long way back. He was sent off for tripping for Manly against Souths one day down at Brookvale. There we go. Planted the foot. Big run of penalties here to the French side. All different offences. As Samoa try to hang on.
Fakir with the offload.
It's a beauty from Fakir. Garcia plays it quickly. The shape is good for France here as the ball comes up. Larouayer off Bosque. And here's the little bloke, Pellissier to dummy half, and across he goes. He probably overplays his hand a little there. 8 metres from the line again. The Samoan defence has to be admired, has to be praised here. Bosque and with Fakir, Green Shields thought about kicking just for a moment. Garcia came back on the inside run. Pulatua was there. Sue was there. They're 9 from the line. Tackle number 4. Try the left side. And Gigot got the ball on that left side. Soliola's defence. Leilua's defence. Vito's there. They hold up Duport. And it will be tackle number 5. He's got to go back to the 10-metre line to play it. Come on, Vincent. You know the rules. Here you go. Messi. Play will start. Let's see if we see a bomb. Oh, it's a terrible ball. Oh, dear oh me. Well, okay, you got to teach me more. You got to teach me more French. What's French for shocking? Because that was bad. Yeah, you got to call it as you see it.
Terrible.
Oh dear. That was
Line
not
speed
good.
from Samoa was good in that defensive. 2 or 3 sets to 6 that France were on their line.
Oh, look, the wind
And
got hold of it.
the wind did get a hold of that. So passing the long pass out of dummy half where you can't quite get enough spin on the football to cut it through the breeze, causing a little bit of a problem.
A Tramontana in perhaps not its strongest tonight, but it certainly played its part, as you saw there on that replay. So Samoa back with the ball, and again, great defence from them. And yes, they conceded a lot of penalties, but boy, they had to endure a lot there. Now they get one of their own. Is it Gigot? No, Pellissier is the man penalised there. Eulua Pellissier. 49 tackles that he did in that first game against Papua New Guinea. He's probably getting up the high 30s now tonight. Here's Mossy Masoi, 40 away from the French line. And with Matangi, another 10 metres made. They're back into their groove now, Samoa. And it's France's turn to defend as we get up to the final quarter of the match. This is Lisa Narmau inside the French 20. And right now we begin the last quarter of what has been an absolutely absorbing game. Leilua back in field. What an offload, Leilua. Godinea scored for Samoa. Again, they'll check it with a video referee. But I think Joseph Leilua has served it up a treat for Peter Godinea to score.
Lovely work on the right. Soliola was the one who tipped it on. And then BJ Lalua, there's confirmation of grounding for you from Peter Godinay. No problem there. Reaches out with the right hand. Just puts it down just over, on or over the line. So
hint of bounce, maybe?
No, that's fair.
That's fine.
That's fair. That's a try. So a nice little short side raid. We'll see the try come up here.
Peter Godinay gets the try. One of the New Zealand Warriors players in this Samoan side. Saw a lot of him in the first half of the year in the NRL, and then didn't really play a part in the second half for the Warriors. He's a busy player, isn't he?
Oh, he backs up on the inside like good little half. Should. Can play a little bit of hooker for you as well. Loves the little dart out around the ruck area. And the work of BJ Lalua, though, sorry, Vossi, just after he got the pass and the tip on from Soliola, he had two French players to deal with. And the size of BJ Lalua, stepping back and climbing in amongst players, Godinay just knew to go with him.
Our international audience would know Ruben Wiki well, one of the greats of New Zealand Rugby League, just on Godinay's toughness earlier in the year, because there was a question mark over his defence if he was going to become a permanent fixture in the NRL. Well, he improved his technique by having extra sessions with Ruben Wiki running at him. You know, pick Ruben, just one-on-one, running up, and Godinay worked on technique, worked on getting up, getting ready again for another big hombre running at him.
Well, he's not the biggest customer in town as Godinay. This is a rather difficult kick for Anthony Milford.
Milford, who landed one from the sideline early, he's unsuccessful there.
Sends that one right across the face of goal. Let's have a look here. Good work from dummy half. Shows one way, goes the other. Then the tip on from Soliola. And that's the work I was talking about with big BJ Lalua. Loves the right-hand carry. Therefore, gets himself in a position where he can push the ball around, use players with his left, inside with the right. Godinay.
So Samoa back with the ball. Well, he's actually the biggest name in rugby league, Leilua. Joseph Ignacio Poiva Leilua Kelamiti is the full name, and for a while there he just went by BJ.
Can you mention that middle part for me again?
You get it once, Daryl. Samoa with the ball 30 metres away from their line. So now 18 minutes to go, and the margin is 10. It's the biggest lead of the night. As almost a turnover by Samoa, but the captain is there again, Soliola. Such a busy night from him. I do get the feeling that the man of the match judges, they were looking at Milford again closely. Although a few of the French players have got to be in contention. Can you share the award if you were to split it across the two fullbacks for entertainment value tonight? Mossy Masoi, and they boo him as he runs forward and is offloaded. Godinay may have been play on. Oh, they've caught it, knock on. Milford away again. But Mossy Masoi showing us a light touch there, the big fella.
Oh, he's great, Mossy Masoi. Godinay knows to follow him and chase him and just push himself into the groove. Godinay gets it out the back, and then Ragoon it was, who was in the way of Anthony Milford. I wondered if Ragoon had actually got his hand to the football and Milford could play on. Smart play. Send the big monster in Mossy Masoi through the middle, hang around the fringes, pick up a little skirt.
Scrum 30 metres away from the French line. Oh, the Samoans are going for the push. Doesn't come off. Now out in front, there's a chance to run away. Escar, he's got plenty of speed.
He's gone.
Oh, he was away from Roberts. I don't know how Roberts got the ankle tap to him there. He looked like he was 2 metres past him, and somehow just a fingernail got him off his feet. I'm sure he was clear. He would have thought he was clear. And he's hurt too, Escar, on that right wing. 41 metres away from the Samoan line. France, I mean, if Samoa emerge victorious here, Matt Parrish has got to be proud of scrambling defence and also periods of goal line defence. But we'll know there's also work to be done before a clash with Fiji. Casti with a play the ball. Bosk runs right up to the line again, and a big shot. It's play on though. Escar's got the ball 15 away from the line. With a dummy that's smothered in the tackle of Wittgenstein. Last tackle here for France. And a penalty on the last again. Second of the second half. And this may be for unnecessary contact around head or neck. Let's watch it at the end. First of all, the ankle tap.
Oh, either way, wasn't he? Milford was chasing. He's looking forward to the race. See whether he would have got there, because Milford's pretty quick. Just clips his left foot, which pushes his foot in behind his knee and brings him to ground. And then takes a little scoot from dummy half and heads back infield. Antonio Winterstein picks him up and ragdolls him. Contact around the neck or head area. Overzealous.
Have to check that penalty count, but it seems to have got awfully high in favour of France here. As to centre field we go, and Simon plays it 8 metres away from the line. Pelissier and Bosque, and away Gigot, and the ball was there for Ragan. What a tackle again. It's Soliola again. Another try saver. Then the muck-up pass to follow. Garcia. They just get a little bit jumpy like we do in commentary. 9 metres away from the line. Pelissier as they go to that right side, but the defence is up, and it's a swinging tackle by Mossy Masoi. France with it, 10 from the line. Gigot back in field with Garcia, right in front of the posts. Last it is at 16 points to 6. 15 minutes to go. Gigot, deft touch with a kick. It's loose, it's over the dead ball line. Line drop out. Tapped, oh no, hang on, he's going to say back to the 20. I thought there might have been a Samoan hand in there as it went through. Just on the way through, but no. And Samoa have the ball.
Milford was shuffling it over the sideline or looking to escort it over there. I was waiting for a scar. Where was he? Having a little breather out on the wing. Needed a bit of spark from the back.
Tim Lafai almost back to halfway. Samoa at 16 to 6, 3 tries to 1. We had a 6-all scoreline at half-time. The Samoans, and with Leilua, he's been stripped of the ball there, and they're going to say knock on against France. He got robbed on the way through, pickpocketed.
It's our man Pelissier as well. He's just about to compliment the run from BJ Leilua, pushing himself up and in behind the ruck. Pelissier reaches out, grabs it off. There's the carry in the right arm. Should I say the left arm. Pelissier just gets a hand on it.
Penalty count, we've received France now up to 12 penalties in the match and 20 in total in the game. So it's not incredibly lopsided, but certainly the last 6 or 7, probably 5 of them have gone the French way. 40 away from the line. Samoa will start with Soliola. Quality game of football continues. I know there's been mistakes in this second half, but it does keep you watching at the moment. They've had a red-hot go, both teams. Tafua to play it. 13 and a half to go. And Mossy Masoi, the crowd is quiet. Masoi with a big run again, the big bloke. Over the top he goes. Big chant for Samoa here. And the kick through from Roberts. It's going to come up. Nicely done for Winterstein. Well, Shane Hayne, you're going to have another look. Impossible obstruction this time. Shane Hayne.
This is a superb kick from Ben Roberts. He knew he had him out there. Just wondered how he was going to get the football to him. Let's have a look here. Block player in action. French come up and D pushes himself, just making room for his left foot, then slides it in. The obstruction call, I'm not too sure whether they have a case or not. Let's have a look here. Did he actually go behind anyone? Yes, well, he possibly did. Junior Moores is a player who runs in front of.
No try, penalty. No try.
So let's see.
The call's coming through, no try. If our viewers are hearing what leaked through to us there, Shane Hayne is going to say no try. France are still in it. I think the French players had conceded.
The technicality. Ben Roberts had actually run around the book, run around the back of Junior Moores.
I'm not sure whether any defender was
there
impeded.
there.
No, what do you think?
In fact, it was Tony Puliatua in 14. No one impeded, but you just can't run around the back of one of your own players.
Okay, France still in it. Take stock, 13 to go, 16-6. Haven't scored in this second half, but they've had a bit of quality field position, but haven't converted. Mika Simon, determined player he is. He's really impressed tonight. So too Casti. Big run back up to halfway from Remy Casti. Rooster bound in the NRL. And with Thomas Bosque on for Larouillère. Every time Bosque takes it right up to the line. You've got to like that. He's copped some punishment tonight. Muniz to Bosk. Inside it comes for Simon, wants another. He's 32 from the line. Last tackle. I want to see Bosk launch another. Come on, Thomas. Give us your best. Oh, that's only half-hearted. It'll come down 22 metres out from the line. No one's played at it. Vito now does play at it. And Vito was, or rather Wittgenstein was ready to run back upfield. He was ready to go, Antonio Wittgenstein. Here's Vito.
They had great energy in that set of 6, the French forwards. The kick on the back of it wasn't even halfway house for Bosk. Lafai, some work. What sort of pass is that?
Sue with the ball for Samoa. Puts a fend. Nice fend on Frederick. Vickery beats him twice in that movement.
Come on now. Oh.
They know they're in the box seat, leading by 10, and now it's 11 and a half to go. Here in Perpignan, another full house for French Rugby League tonight.
Get up now, 13!
Wouldn't they love it if they could celebrate with a victory? But at the moment, Samoa getting the job done. Mossy Masoi, here he goes. Big Mossy, the 10-pin bowling ball with legs. He's tackled 18 metres away from the line. Got an A left side. Roberts a chance to run. Oh, he's lost it. Lafay has lost it, and then in losing it, I think he might have headbutted the French fella. I think he came up with a headbutt on Clint Greenshields, didn't he, accidentally, after he lost it.
It was a tough catch and pass for Tim Lafay because the ball was right out in front of him. He didn't really have enough time to grasp it in his fingertips and then shift it on. Then he nearly, as you say, gets headbutted by Greenshields. Mossy Masoi seems to have a problem with the ankle. The Biggs asks a question with Thomas Bosch and his kicking game. We haven't really seen the big high kicks in the second half, and with the breeze here in Gilbert Brutus Stadium, I doubt whether you'd catch it if it went up that high because it'd be moving left and right. We haven't really seen the French go to the big kicking game in the second half.
Well,
did you call him a bowling ball, a pin
with legs? No, a bowling ball. He's the bowling ball with legs. You know, he's the heavy kind. He's one of those huge ones. Well, have a listen to this reception for it.
Well, he's just damaged one of them pins, hasn't he?
Not much empathy
he's
for the injured
home.
player. Some are clapping, it must be said. There's plenty of boos for Mossy Masoi. Yeah, he'll take that all on board. Yeah, now they're clapping him. That's good from the crowd. Injured player. He's added to the entertainment package tonight. Big Mossy, the accountant. France with the ball. Outside their own 10, but they wish they were at the other end of the field right now. Inside the final 11 minutes, they go in pursuit of their second win at this World Cup, having knocked over Pup when you're getting 9-8 in their opening match. And courtesy of that win, it's been good enough to ensure their place in the quarterfinals, regardless of tonight's result. But how they would like to win and get extra day off and play Fiji next Sunday. 15 inside their own half now, through half of this tackle count. And they're going to kick from inside the 40 with a wind behind, not quite the angle on it. The wind will take it all the way over the dead ball line. Off it goes. It's heading for Girona. And it'll be a 20-metre restart. The idea was perfect. The idea is absolutely right. The angle on the kick, not so. And again, it's in excess of an 80-metre kick on the bounce.
Wait for it. When you're ready.
So Vito's going to take a run off a 15-metre run-up. 30 metres from their line, now inside the last 10. And we know our quarter-finalists. We're just trying to work out the configuration, if you like, of the matches.
Hold now. Hold.
All their outside backs were over on the right-hand side of the field. So they shifted across, and Ragoon decides to show and go, thinks he's going to get there, and Leeson Almal comes up with a tackle.
Yeah, wrapped the defender, Darryl.
Just brilliant work, really. Didn't say die to it at all.
Yeah, Soliola's probably done 3 goal line try-saving tackles. Now Leeson Almal's done another, and that's with 7 to go. 73rd minute of play. Coming up with a tackle like that.
17, let go!
When they made the bust on the right-hand side of the field, Vossi, I just needed to see Escar get the ball. He was sweating on it.
Oh, this has been quite the night. But France just can't get that second try. And Samoa, you have to applaud their defence. And now they've got another penalty. It's a throwback to the bad old days of penalty counts tonight.
Well, this is a battle between the little guys, Thomas Bosch and Anthony Milford. They just had a hold of each other's jumpers. That was it. There's nothing doing.
Yeah, confirmation 15-7, in fact, the penalty count. That was only the 7th penalty for Samoa. So France have had an extra 3 and Samoa have lost 1 but got 1 there. You can work it out. You know, the stats fella.
Only in France.
Yeah, well, that's it. We're just mucking around with the numbers. That's the way it goes. And ball with Junior Moores inside the French half now. 6 to go. So this city, founded in the 10th century, is having one of its best nights of rugby league. Why don't they get on to the rugby league back in the medieval days? It'd be the world game by now. They would have loved it. Would have probably gone out there with axes. That would have been good to watch. And here the ball is with Armau. You need a big interchange roster. And the ball is with Godinez right across field. They are looking to drive the axe through the heart of the French here. Tafua gets close to the line. Godinez dummy half. Power play to score. It had to happen. Samoa have finished off the night with an exclamation mark. And they have their 4th try. And that seals it.
Lovely work from Peter Godinez. He was the one doing all the damage, running, looking for players, dropping them off on the inside, gets himself to dummy half again, and then a subtle little tip on. Is it Junior Moores who picks up the try right beside the post? Gallant in defence.
It is
the French.
The man without the number.
He's actually had a good second half, Peter Godinez. Loves the back half of games when things sort of open up for him and carries himself around behind players who are making dents in the defensive line. Followed big Mossy Masoi up through the middle of the field. Provides a little bit of a link play from times. Gets himself into dummy half and can pick the ball out the back or the front runner. This time he goes with the front runner. Valuable player.
Junior Moore's the try scorer, the 4th of the night. Look, I think the things I'll remember about tonight, the occasion, yes, France, big lift in performance, but defence by Samoa in this second half, because they've had, so much thrown at them. There's been so much more adventure and creativity with a French attack tonight. It's a huge improvement of what they threw at New Zealand. It really was pop gun attack. But tonight, they've had a real dig, a real go, and it's only been just amazing scramble by Samoa that has prevented France racking up 3-4 tries.
They've had a lot of spark out wide. We've mentioned Escar and the 9 and Pelissar has been a real revelation to their play. Their back rows and Laroyer and Ragoon, Muniz have all worked well on the edges.
Your front rowers have done the job tonight.
Possibly haven't got the ball skills of some of the front rowers we've had seen play in the NRL to maybe create those opportunities on the edge to be a little bit more difficult to defend as well, but they've certainly put on a superb display.
And France now, well, they're going to try the short kick-off. Well, that's going backwards. It's going to end up down to their goal line. There it goes. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? But they had to try something. You wouldn't have thought a kick with a wind at your back would do that, but it did. It sort of swung around at the wrong time. I'm just thinking, France now, they know that they're playing England. The moment they get this out of the way and tonight out of the way, a drink or two, maybe look at Fiji versus England the first half the other night. I mean, really, they've got to come out with the same mentality, get in the face of the English players and try and upset them. Because it was only a devastating patch after half-time where England got on top of Fiji on Saturday. They have to take that all-guns-blazing approach to their quarter-final Saturday night.
He's finishing the game strongly here, Leeson Armau. Soliola's still in there as well.
Tafua and Roberts 15 away. This is a big night for Samoa, this performance. One of the big improvers through the rounds here. And a loose ball, play on the call. Sio's out there, he's put down. When you think back to their first half performance against New Zealand, they weren't even there. And then the big second half, and then a big first half against Papua New Guinea, and now a pretty good 80 minutes here. Moores again, 5 from the line, just over 2 to go. The crowd are silent. They feel as if they've done their dash. Roberts kicked through, and Frederic Vakari takes it dead, and a line drop out for France.
Samoa happy just to camp down this end of the football field. Possibly one set of 6 to go. France, however, getting it on quickly, and a short one, of course. That would be the case.
Oh, they may have touched it before it went to 10. Yeah, it's a penalty. You don't see that too often. It was touched. It can break the plane in the air. It doesn't have to land over the 10, but
here you'll see
Lua
BJ
puts his hand out, doesn't he?
Well, he makes that the play, doesn't he? He doesn't wait for the ball to come over the 10-metre line. This is not out.
And back went Wittgenstein with a palm, and it's play on. And Wittgenstein will bring it up for the Samoans, and Wittgenstein not able to come on. There's an intercept. Polissier comes up with it. Look at him. He's full of energy. He can run all night. He can run back over to Paris or something. Oh, there's an intercept to the man who threw the original pass, who was sitting down just watching play unfold.
He was having a picnic.
Wittgenstein was sitting there, yes, on the picnic rug, just about to have a corned beef sandwich, and the ball ended up in his lap.
Never again.
Extraordinary play. Soliola's got it for Samoa. Try and explain that play to some of our international audience who don't get rugby league on a regular basis. And Sio's offloaded to Roberts. Crowd 11,576. Milford puts it down. Yeah, there should be time for the scrum to pack. We'll just see the attitude of the players, whether they want one more play here.
Oh, we've got to see that again.
So Wittgenstein had been stripped of the ball, or thrown the pass. The intercept came. Off went Polissier on a run that went to all points of the compass. Then the pass eventually went back to Wittgenstein, who hadn't bothered to get up.
Well, there was about 10 players that went through as well. They all stepped aside to let it go through. Landed right on the picnic basket.
Hold on, fellas. You need a lock.
So Samoa beaten 42-24 by New Zealand in Warrington, a game they trailed 36-4 at one stage. Then knocking over Papua New Guinea 38-4. And tonight, they have completed the preliminary rounds with a victory over France. Game 21 is over. 6 teams are now eliminated, and 8